Hi Virgo, this is Emmy and this will be your shadow work reading for January 2025 or whenever this comes to you. So I believe that there's a message for you in this. So as I've tell most signs, we're going to dive into shadow work. So I've decided to shift my practice to focus mainly on that. So I hope you will enjoy these type of readings. If you want more information, please go check out my comeback video. It will explain everything to you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. This is how we can grow this channel. So thank you so much for those who are watching me. And here it is. So we're going to start with these little cards here that I've made that are from Carl Jung's Archetype. So we'll see what energy you are bringing to the table in January. So let's see what comes in. So I've decided to change a little bit my setup so you can see the cards. I will be back eventually in front of the camera. It's just that I'm trying to find the best where you can see me and where you can see also the cards. And it's not an easy setup when you don't have sometimes two cameras or a really good internet speed. Let's see what we have. Okay. I'll take, we have 3, so I really just want 1 because then it adds to the complexity. So we have 3 cards that fell, or number 3 or 33 or 6 could be an important number for you this month. Come on guys, just 1. We have another 3, so definitely 3 this month. 333 is an important number. I'll take a look. And I'll let you see the definition of 333. But we're all about the soul, the body, the mind, or the Trinity, if you like to call it this way. So yeah, I feel that maybe there is this month something that is very attracted to you, or attracting, I should say, for you to be aligned with these 3-dimensional beings that you are part of. I feel that maybe for some of you, you are receiving the call that you need to be more aligned with your body, soul, mind. So there is not discrepancies between what your body is telling you versus what the mind is telling you, whether it is to be more active or to rest. So I feel that this is kind of important for you. I think this is the first time that the cards are struggling to come out with these little things. Or maybe you are just not representing an archetype. All right, we have 1. We have the artist. Just as I was almost abandoning. So I feel, Virgos, that you're all about innovation right now. You're all about providing a structure. You're all about your soul and being the creator. That is the artist. I have the impression that for some of you, you are trying to paint a life that is more and more aligned with yourself, that is more and more on the creative side. Whatever creation you are trying to do, are you trying to create a life for yourself, a life for your family, a legacy? Are you trying to create a painting? Are you trying to create a business? It doesn't really matter here. But you are diving deep into innovation, into something new. I have also the impression that for you it's important that there is a frame that is there for you to accomplish certain things, and it makes even more sense being a Virgo who needs usually a structure, right? I feel that all earth signs are really into structure, are really into grounding, are really into a sort of power that is not a power like Aries, but that is a very tranquil power. And I find it really, really interesting that this is what your shadow is trying to push, is that like embrace being the creator of your life, basically. This is exactly what this means. I want to see with the archetypes here, what are the messages? Ooh, that's way too much. So what archetypes are you embodying this month other than the artist? I have the impression that, like, if you're looking at the motto of the artist, if you can imagine it, you can do it. So I feel that you're still in this phase where you are planning. How does things are looking like? What do I want to sketch? What do I want to put down? You're still in this planning phase, or your soul is still in this planning phase, or your subconscious is still planning the plan. And I have the impression that there is this fine line between wanting to control things and wanting to let things flow out of you this month. And I feel that the more you will be controlling your creation, your imagination, your ideas, the harder it will be for you. So you really need to, we have a card, so you really need to try to find the pleasure in creating and not putting pressure on yourself for wanting to create something absolutely. I have the impression that you know right now that the answer is within you with the cave. You know that, like, the juice, the money, the success is not so far, but it needs to come from you. And the more in line you will be with your mind, body, and soul, like I said at the beginning, with this creator of yours, the better you're capable of tapping into this energy of the purest, most delicious things, aka what you want to create. I have the impression that for some of you, you have the capability with your hands of creating something. You have the possibility also to see what you want to put in place. It's just a matter of letting things flow out of you naturally, organically. And I have the impression that this is what your shadow is trying to tell you. And I'm wondering most deeply, or more deeply, deeply, I would say deeply. What is the reason why it pushes to create so much? And this is what I'm going to ask next, because I feel that you're on the verge of really tapping into yourself to be able to finally taste the pleasure of being able to create something. But I also wonder why. Tell me more about Virgos for January 2025. It's funny because I think that as you are creating, you are actually clearing things that you've been storing inside of you. So by creating, and it can really be anything. So it can be, like I said, a painting. You can be a sculptor. You can be a music producer. You can be creating a code for an app. I feel that this is clearing out your energetic field, and it helps you to rise and to elevate your vibration. I have the impression that this is how your soul has chosen to let go of things that do not serve you in this life and in previous life as well. So it's kind of like your way of like letting go of previous karma is by creating, it's by providing your creation to others for them to be used. So I have the impression that we're talking more about something that is material, that is tangible, in order for them to use that product, for example. And this is how you're clearing out your negative energy or your previous karmic energy, is by making something useful for others. Whichever it is, it can be, you could be like, I just heard a candle. You could make candles. And this is how, for you, giving to others is helping you to clearing out your karma. Is helping out to clear like energies that like is kind of stuck within yourself. Tell me more. Sorry if you're hearing the background noise. We had a big snowstorm today, and you can, they're like basically trying to plow the snow, or to plow the snow with the trucks. And it's rush hour. All right. Yeah, I feel that for some of you, if you haven't started yet, you need to start. And for some of you, this is not something that is natural. It's not something that is natural for you, Virgos, to put yourself out there. And I have the impression that you need to have the courage to start this transition, to listen to your shadow, that this is how you are clearing your like karma, your energy, your negative energy, your shadow, is by agreeing to have the courage to do it. It's by agreeing to be the artist, the innovator, the creator. And it's just to be. From the moment that you are agreeing, you just need to be. And I feel that this is what is expecting from you to finally tap into your divine abundance, because you're capable of like making this energy flowing through you and capable of attracting this abundance and this light, so you can shine even brighter. It's really, really interesting, because I feel that you need to have this openness to embrace the creator in you. And I have the impression that for some of you, you could have this like imposter syndrome of like wondering if you're good enough to put your things on the market, wondering if you have like enough knowledge, if you have enough personality as well. So there is this sense of like self-esteem and self-value that is also pushing through. And this is why you need to take the horse or the bull by the horns, your bull, yourself, and jump. And I wouldn't be surprised if we had like the Fool in these cards. I wouldn't be surprised. But I feel that by doing so, you're capable of realigning again your mind, body, and soul to access even more knowledge, even more light, even more love, even more money, even more resources. And I feel that you kind of need to offer yourself. And when I say offer yourself, it's just to be open to receive. Just gonna move the cards a little bit, guys, so we have enough space. Okay, I want to dive a little bit deeper. Okay, what is it going to bring to Virgo? What do we have? Yeah, you need to embrace. I have the impression that this will lead also to more self-love. Knowing that you can create, can bring more self-love, because you're finally the master of yourself. There you go. You're finally the master of yourself. So it's kind of like pouring into your own cup. And I have the impression that it's also growing. It's also being capable of like flourishing and growing, because you know you can create. I feel that like there might be blockages that will be lighted up about harnessing your own power. Every time I'm seeing the card blockage, I'm always seeing this little dot that is directly like to your throat chakra. And I have the impression that the blockages could be to be able to speak up for yourself. It's a mental blockage, and you are the only person that is limiting yourself right now. So I want you to imagine how your life could be if nobody had ever tell you, you cannot do this, you will never be able to achieve that, you're not good enough, and so on and so on. So if nobody would have tell you that since childhood, how much different would have been your life, right? No matter how supportive your parents were, sometimes it comes from an exterior, whether it is a teacher, a coach. But I feel that this is lighting up these blockages. And if you can just embrace knowing that you have these things to work on, then you're harnessing your power here. Then you're tapping again into this divine abundance. But you need to have the courage to face your blockages. You also need to have the courage to sit down with yourself and wonder, what is it trying to show me? What is my shadow trying to show me right now? What is it trying to do, like to bring the light on? Is it like a mental chaos that you've been experiencing? Because this chaos that you feel, that comes from your mind, could definitely lead to a lot of creation with the Bird card, with realigning with your soul purpose, or realigning with your soul at all. If you are willing to play like a child, if you are willing to just be there and just be in the present moment and assess, what is it trying to tell me? What is the little voice when I'm sitting quietly trying to tell me? Tell me more about the blockage, so I can help better, Virgo. Oh, that's way too much. It's difficult to, I feel that it's always difficult to embrace the power that we have, because we sometimes feel that we have no right to do so. We sometimes feel that we don't have the value, or we're not valuable enough to do so. And I feel that this is a little bit of what your shadow is trying to tell you, is that why is it so that you don't feel all these things? And what are you going to do about it? So create about it. paint about it, write about it, fuel, like use that emotions or these events that led to these emotions in life to create. So I have the impression that maybe for some of you, you never felt supported. And these could be the blockages. Being capable of asking for help, having the same purpose. So especially if you're part of a team, it's important that you can rely on others and that you don't feel like there is an issue asking for help, right? And the magic is in the numbers. And we have, again, a 3 here. And we have 3 levels here. And I feel that this is exactly the levels to your higher self, to your light and shadow, to your higher power, if you're willing to embrace the magic. But I feel that for some of you it was difficult maybe when you were younger to have the support of your parents. And this is possibly why right now it's a little bit more challenging, because you feel like you're not allowed to ask for help because you always need to be the strong one. So how about you let people behind or people below you or people that are on the same level as you or people in your team support you so you can be the greatest? Why don't you let the 3 spheres of your being aligned and supporting you for the same purpose? It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I definitely feel that the number 3 was extremely present. All right, advice for my Virgos. Yeah, it's going to require some work and patience. I just saw 2211. Feel that for some of you, you're like, there's also this fear of not having necessarily like the fruits of your labor like quickly enough. That I can understand. Ooh. I have the 4 of Swords. I feel that for some of you, you need to rest. And it's in this energy of resting that you're going to accomplish more. It's in this energy of like inertia, right? That you can create. But you need to stop yourself too of wanting to achieve always things. So that's going to be important, I feel, this month too. Yeah, it's not the time necessarily to start accomplishing things right away. So you need to let either this season pass, because it's winter in the northern hemisphere and it's not really a moment where usually people are going to initiate things. But I feel that right now the focus should be on filling your own cup. So addressing these things before you can start create. And I feel that your time will come. It's just not now. I have the impression, I just heard 3 months. So you need to give yourself 3 months, possibly before really starting to create, because you really need to address all this first. And this is what is the priority, right? And it's funny because the number 3 kept coming, like, so I feel that for me it's more 3 months, because usually with the wheel we're talking about seasons, right? So not just yet, patience, rest, not just yet. Is there anything that wants to come out? But your time to fill your own cup, to be ready for spring. it's really time to pour into your own cup. It's time to address everything before you can start creating and be in tune with all this beautiful energy. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I will be back probably monthlies for these type of readings, but I'll jump in and out for collective readings. So we'll see how everything will develop. I'm still working on my spiritual gifts. I'm still going through as well my shadow, and sometimes it hits me, and that was me on January 1st. But I was like, oh wow, I just opened a small Pandora door or box, and it affected my family, because when you're working on yourself, obviously, especially in a spiritual way, it affects the people that are closest to you. So sometimes you're dealing with a shadow or one of your shadows, and then it affects the entire family because your vibration is changing. So this is a little bit what happened with me. So it's always funny. There are still parts of me that are just flabbergasted by all this work and these changes every time a book is closed or a chapter is closed or something is addressed, and the impact on the energies of my full lineage, right? So yeah, pretty impressive. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.